Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. So we have completed our the events project and all this thing we have completed. Let's move on to the next another new project we will develop it. So that is nothing but a grocery list. So here we are having a simple grocery list. I am trying to show you the demo how I will be implementing. So here we will be having like this, adding an item, and this is our grocery list. So here whatever the items you are trying to add it, we need to show these all items here, and here we need to show that 0 items completed out of total zero items. So here, so we need to write something like milk packet, okay, and I will be selecting quantity 1. Each one is around $4, let's say, and I will select a quantity of 2, let's assume. So now if I add it here, so we are able to see milk and total quantity is 2 and each packet is $4. So total price is $8, and here we haven't selected this one. So these are all the groceries. So let's say tomatoes. So we need to check tomatoes, let's say quantity 2 and each one is around $1. Okay, let's say $2. So we have added milk and tomatoes, and we will add another one, something like anything whichever you want, you can add it. Let's say Coke. So these are all the four I want to select, 4 Cokes, and the price is around $3. So these are the 3 items which I need to select in the grocery list. So 3 items is completed. So now we need to select the items. So total selected items are 0. So this sentence is wrong. So we'll try to modify it in our project. So here total 0 items. We haven't selected any item, and the total price of these all the things are 24, but the selected price, so the items which we have selected is 0 only. Now, so these are the grocery list which I need to purchase in a supermarket. So now I have purchased milk, so we can make it as a tick. So when you make it as a tick, automatically the one item is completed and the selected price is 8. Okay, so the selected item, so which we have selected item is 8. Now I have completed the shopping of tomatoes also. Tomatoes means, so 3 out of 3 items, so we have completed 2 items. So selected price is 12 out of 24, and if we select here, so total price is 24, and we have selected the price of 24. 3 items out of total 3 items, we have selected 3 items. So this is how we will be able to do it. So this is the project, and we will try to implement this one by one. Okay, so this is how we will be implementing this one one by one. We will try to do this one. So this is our project. So let's try to implement this project by creating new one. So I will be deleting this all the project. We'll start with a new one. So let's start creating a new project. Here I am going to the command prompt. So the same GitHub repository, in that repository directory only I am creating. Here in this one we will create npx create -react -app, and at this time of this recording the create react app, the version is 5. Here we will write groceries list. Okay, grocery list. So just a small example. So we'll try to learn some of the new concepts in this project. So it will take some time to create the project, so let it create. Maybe it will take some couple of minutes. So we have successfully created the project. Let's go into the grocery list. So I am moving into the grocery list, and I will open this one in our Visual Studio Code. Let's open this one in our Visual Studio Code. Fine. And here I am writing the npm start. Let's start the server. So here we got it, and here also in this one also we will try to see. So right now it will not work. Why? Because so we have created a new project. So this is our new project. Now we have this source, right? So let's go to the source app.js file. So this is our code. So I don't want to do anything. So first we will try to analyze the project, what we are trying to do it. So for analyzing this project, so I am creating a paint. I am opening the paint. So for creating the project, just before creating, I will try to tell you. So we have the grocery list, right? So we have a header. So we need to have a header component. So we need to have a header. So this is our header component. And we need to create the item. So adding an item. So here we have, according to the demo, so we have this one. So this is called as an add item component. Okay, so this is an add item component, and this is our add item component. And here at the side we need to show all the items list. So So whatever the items that has been added, we need to show it here. So this is an items list. So we will try to write it like this, items list. At the last, then we will be having a footer. Okay, so this is our footer. So this is a footer, and we can write it something like a footer here. So this is our footer. So this is total. So here you will be showing each item one by one. Here we will be showing each item. So you can take it as a single item or item anything. So this is a single item. So these are the components which we will be creating. So here we have header component. We need to create a separate component. Here we have an add item. So we need to create add item. So this is our item list, and we will be having our single item, and the last one is the footer item. So this is the project overview. So like this we need to analyze before creating the project. So we have created all, we have understood everything. So let's try to create the components one by one. Now in this video we will try to do is, instead of creating all the components in single app, what I will do is I will create a new folder here, components. So we will try to divide each one by one. So first what we need to have a header. So let's try to create header.js. So this is one component. Let's create all the items, all the components, and we need a footer. Okay, footer.js. We got the footer.js, and another one is add item. So here we can say add item.js. So this is one thing, this is one component, and here in our what I can say add item, we got items list. Let's create an items list also. So here I will be creating items list. Where is this one? Yeah, new file, items list.js, and another one is single item. So we'll try to do it afterwards. So that's it, guys. So these are the most of things which we'll be using. And here let's close this app.js, and hopefully this one is created, I think. Oh, still it is taking time to start the server. Okay, let it take. And in our Visual Studio Code, so here we are having our app.js, right? Let's move this app.js also into the components. Why? Because so this is also a component only, right? This is our root component. Let's move this app.cs also into this one, and we are not concentrating on the test. Let's move this test also into this one. We'll keep only the index.js only outside. Okay, remaining all we have moved into the components. So this is one step which we have completed. Now it's time for us to design the header. So let's go into the app.js. Okay, so let's go into the app.js. What I will try to do is I will remove this all the code. Okay, and here I will keep something like div class name is equal to container. We will design this one all. Class name is equal to container. Inside this container we need to have a header. So we have a header. So this is the header. Let's design this header. Let's go into this one, and here I will be creating a new export default function, and we'll be having this header, and we will return this div. This is header. That's it. And let's go to the app.js file, and we need to import this header file. Let's import this header file. Yeah, done. And we need to let's see whether we are able to still this loading. Let it load. Header is completed, and we'll remove this logo also. So there is no need for us logo. App.css file also, let's clean it. Let's try to write some of the code inside this one also. Fine. We will add in this one box sizing of border box I am using, and the body I will take, and I will apply color, background color. I will take a light color, something like EE. And what I can say, font family I will use sans serif. Okay, and the last one what I will do is font size. So font size I will take around 20 pixel as the base font size. So now fine, everything is done. So we have starting the development, so everything is working fine. Still it is loading, I don't know. Now the project is loaded. So here we are able to see one error. Okay, it's coming from the index.js file. So here it should be in components, I think, in components/app. Fine, right? Now everything should be fine. I'm hoping so. So let's go to the app.js, and here we have added the header, and here we are using export default. Yeah, we are able to see this. This is header. So one thing is completed. So this is header is completed, and let's design this footer also. Export default footer. Sorry, this should be a function, right? So function footer, and we'll return div, this is footer. Okay, this is footer. So footer is also done. Let's go to the app.js and include the footer also here. Footer. Okay, we have included footer, and according to our design what we need, so full header and footer is added, and add item and items list also needs to be added. Okay, let's try to go to the items list. We have an items list, yeah, here, and export default function items list, items list. Okay, and here we can have written items list. So this is our items list. I am returning the HTML, and in our app.js, so here I can add items list. So this is also added, and we need to add an add item. Okay, add item also we need to show. Add item is residing here. Export default function add item. Okay, leave it about that one. Add item and return div add item. Okay, add item is done. So this one is also done. Let's remove this one also. So add item, and if you go to the app.js, so here I am trying to add the add item. Yeah, fine. So these are the main things. So here we have added the details. So this is header, the add item, items list, and footer. So we have successfully created the components, and we have added these all the links here. So this is how we will be dividing all the components into a separate file. So in the next video what we will try to do is, so we will try to design the header and footer, and we'll plan one by one, we'll do it. So I will commit this all the code in a new branch, that is video-22. Okay, so groceries initial setup, grocery project. Let's commit this all the code. I am committing this all the code and publishing this branch also. Let's publish this branch. Done. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, we already have our React18 GitHub repository URL. So whenever you get a doubt, and oh sorry, this is not the thing, React18, this one only I think, yeah. So whenever you have a doubt or anything, so go to this particular repository URL. The link is provided in the description below. So for any reference of the code, if you want to check it, you can go and check it here. So React-18 course, you will be able to add, we are able to add this one in our main. I will add it here. So the video 22 is also added in this one. So hope you understood about this project setup. So in the next video, we will try to design this header and footer and all those things, remaining components. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. So now we have created all the components, right? So now it's time for us to design the header and the footer. So let's go to the header thing, and I am writing all the CSS in the app.css only. So we will discuss about the CSS also in upcoming videos. And here let's go to the header.js file, and here this is our header. Let's say I will be having something like class name is equal to header. We will have it like this. And let's go to the app.css file, and in this app.css file I will create .header, which we will be having like this, and header we are creating. And in this header what I will do is, what I can say, we will give padding of around 2 rem comma 0, top and bottom I am giving. Okay, let's see whether we are able to get this padding or not. And for this header, and afterwards I will apply a background color of light coral or anything. Okay, so we have applied for this one also. Let's see, and here also we will see. So it's compiling, I'm thinking, and here let's refresh this page whether we are able to get, yes. Now in our app.css file, and here, and I will make it as a center, text align center. So, and also I will increase the font weight to bold, and I will give font size as 1.5 rem. Okay, that's it. So now we have increased, or otherwise we will make it as 2 rem. Fine, that's it. So nice. So we'll keep it like this, and here we'll change it to grocery list. Okay, grocery list. Nice. Now it's fine. Now let's try to add this add item and items list, and this is footer. Let's design this footer first. So we have a footer.js file. Let's go into the footer.js file, and here we will write class name is equal to, afterwards we'll add it footer. And for this footer, let's go to the app.css and dot footer. I want to move this one to the bottom, so I will keep it as a position fixed. Okay, and bottom is 0, so it will be moved to the bottom. Fine. And I will give a background color for this one, background color of yellow or anything, so I will give yellow only previously. So we need to have that one full right, left 0 and right 0, then it will come full length. And I will give a padding of 2 rem comma 0. Now you will be able to get it, and I will make it as a text align center, and it will come to the center. And I will give a font size of 2 rem. Fine. And I will give font weight of bold, this one also. Fine. Or otherwise you'll give something around 2.5 rem. Yeah, footer is also completed. Now it's time for us to design this add item and items list. Let's go to the header.js, not header.js, add item. We will go to the add item. We need to create a form, right? In this div, I will create a form. We'll discuss about these all things. Form, in this form, I can go to one div and I can have a label. And here, let's close this label. And here I will be having one something like item name. And for this one, I can have input type is equal to text. So we can have a text here. I will keep it like this only. And I will have another div, and for this one also we will have a label, and this one is a quantity. We need to show the quantity. Don't think about that one all. So we will try to design that one all. And the select query, we will have a select, not select query, it's a select element option 1 2 3. So I will keep it as a 3 and I will keep it as a 2. Option finished. And I will go to another div, and here also I will have a label, and what we can see, price. Okay, and here we can have an input type is equal to number. We can also take it as a number. Okay, so fine. So we are having 3 things, and at the final time we will be having a here what is this one, button. We will take a button, and here add item. I am having an add item, and I will add a class for this one, button btn. And here for this form or div, we will have something like class name is equal to what I can say is add item. Okay, so that's it. And here also we need to keep it as a class name, and we'll also keep it inspect element also, so that we can be able to see the errors, if any errors is there in the console. Yeah, fine. Let's go to the console and refresh this page. So far no errors, so we are not able to see any errors. Okay, and here fine, everything is fine. Now let's try to design this form before closing of this one. So here let's go to the app.css, and we are having for this add item, right? And in this one dot add item. Okay, add item, or otherwise what I will try to do is, in this add item, instead of keeping for this one, I will keep for this form thing. Okay, and let's go to the app.css, add item who is having greater than div. Okay, I will apply a margin of 1 rem comma 0, where we will be having some gaps, so we will be able to see some gaps. Fine. And in this add item, whoever is having a label, and they should be display block, so that input box and all those things will come down. Okay, first we will keep the container. Actually we are designing the thing, but we are not having a container. Okay, let's try to do afterwards. So this one item quantity we got it, and here also add item input comma dot add item, and also select element. I am taking all these select elements and I will give width of around 100%. okay, and let's keep it like that. And here I can have something like padding 10 pixel, and another one is enough. Let's keep it like this. And here we need to add a container. Let's go to the app.js file, and here these all the things we are having in a container, right? Instead of this one, so we will keep it header outside, and this container and everything should be inside this div. Okay, and we can wrap the entire thing with another div. Now this container we need to what I can say, we need to add the CSS. So here let's take the container, and I will take the width of around 80%, or otherwise we'll take it as a 90%. okay, so we got the gap, and we'll give margin of auto, left and right auto also you can give, the complete auto will give. Fine, right? So this is looking somewhat fine. Add item, so let's try to take this button also will design it .btn, and we can have a border of none. okay, and background color we can give something like an purple, and the color I will give it as an #FFF, and I will give padding of around 10 pixel comma 15 pixel. Hopefully I'll keep it like this. Fine. Now so we got this one all, and we'll show the item list at the bottom only, or otherwise if you want we can also show it at the left side also. We'll try to show it at the bottom. And here let's go to this add item.js file, and here I will add one h3. okay, add item. So we have added h3, and we are able to see this one. So now the last one which is remaining is the items list. So we will design this items list also. We'll close this one. So items list. okay, here what I need to do, here I need to show the each item. So here let's go one div, and here let's say that we will be having a div class name is equal to item. okay, so this is single item. In this single item what I want to do is I want to show the item name, and also what is happening here, oh sorry. okay, yeah, item name, and here I need to show the quantity or something like 1, and here I will be showing the price $20. We'll show these things only. So now if you see here we are able to see, but this should not be like this. We should be something like adjacent in a row like it should be. So let's go to the app.css, and here I can have an item, and I will make it as a display flex. okay, let's refresh it. yeah, fine. I want to keep it as a justify content, not center, space between. I will give like this, space between. yes, and I want to get something like an item center also. I will keep it. okay, that's it. So enough for us. So this is thing, and we will try to add a header for this one div, and here I can add an h3 items list. We will add it like this, and we are able to see this items list also. Now the last one what I want to do is, so here if I add another item here, okay, and here we are able to see another item. So like this we are able to see all the items, right? But I don't want this one, so I want to make it as a separate component. okay, so for this one what I will do is I will create a separate component, single item.js file. And in this single item.js file, so let's export default function single item, and here I will return the code div. I can copy, I have copied it, right? And now I can make use of this item here directly. okay, item, what has happened, item, sorry, this is not an item, single item, and there is no need for us. So here also I can remove it. So now if I want to add multiple means, so I will add 4 items will come automatically. So this is how we can show it, and we can add we will show quantity is there, price is there, and we will also try to remove that item also. We will do it one by one. So this is how we will be designing. So now hopefully everything is done. So now it's time for us to do the logic. So I think the design thing and everything is completed. So this is how we will be designing, and I will commit this code in our new branch, that is nothing but video-23, and what I can say is components design. Whoever may be having doubts or anything, so you already know about my GitHub repository URL. So React18, oh sorry, where is this one? React 18, yeah, here. So I am publishing this branch. So whoever may be having doubts or anything, so if they want to refer the code, so they can go to my branch, and whatever the video you are trying to observe, so you can go to that particular branch and you can get this all code. So that's it guys about the designing. So let's try to focus on the programming side also in the next video onwards. Hope you understood about this concept. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. So in this video, we will learn about the form implementation of this grocery list. So we have completed the design of all the components. Now it's trying to implement the logic in all the components. Now here if you try to see, first we will come through the add item. Whenever you try to add an item, so this item should be added successfully and it needs to show in the items list. So this is our concept. So now this is item name, quantity, and also the price. So when I click on this add item, item has to be added. Fine. Now this is our add item component. Now here we are having a form and we are having a button. Now if you try to see, each one is having an input element. Now in the React.js or anywhere, you need to understand that. So whenever you are trying to write an data in value inside an input element, so this value is held by the DOM. So this DOM is holding the value, not the React.js. So the React.js doesn't have this value. The DOM is holding the value. Now whenever the DOM is holding the value, so whenever you want to do some logic, the React.js needs to ask to the DOM and they need to collect the data from the DOM element. So this type of collection data and all those things is called as an uncontrolled component. Why? Because the value, the React component doesn't have control over the value of this input element. So this is called as an uncontrolled component. So this is pretty simple, okay, implementation. So getting the data through an uncontrolled component is simple. So we can implement it very easily. But if you want to have more features or if you want to use the more reactive features and all those things means, then we need to convert this one into a controlled elements or controlled component. So the control component or control elements in React.js is nothing but what I can say is the input elements values or anything, the form values, which is controlled by the state or the props. When the parent component or any component controls the child component of form element through the state or props means, then we can say it as a controlled element. So here this is our add item thing. So now it needs to be controlled through the state. Then we can say these all the elements and all those things, the component is a controlled component. Now this is very simple technique. So just you need to understand the meaning of this one. So if you try to go here in somewhere, if you try to search in YouTube or anywhere, controlled components in React, if you try to search it, so you will be able to see in React, control components refer to components that have their state and behavior controlled by the parent component. Okay, so this is the main thing. So that means, so we need to have the state and the behavior controlled by its component. Now the components rely on props passed down from the parent component to update the state and behavior. Uncontrolled components refer to the components that manage their own state internally. So this is called as a control component. And also we have a concept called as a control elements. So this is called as a control elements. So let's try to see this one. So we will learn more about this one. So I will try to explain you about this. So now here what I want to do is, so here I want to implement the state behavior of this one. So how many elements we are having? We are having name and quantity and price. Let's create the state elements for this one. Constant name comma set name. So we are having this one, and I will implement use state of. So for the time being I will keep it as an empty. Okay, constant, and let's go to the inspect element and we'll do the inspect element also for the time being, and console. So right now we don't have any errors. Okay, so if you try to see constant quantity and set quantity. Set quantity is equal to use state of we'll make it as an 1. Okay, so constant what I can say price, and also set price. Set price is equal to use state of empty. Okay, so no use price of 0 will be the price. So now we have implemented the thing. So now we need to import this use state. So that is the reason it is throwing an error. It should be imported from the React. Fine, everything is fine. So now let's refresh this page. Why use state is throwing error? Yeah, so gone. Now I want to convert this one to this one, right? So now here I will append value is equal to name for this one, and also here also I will append the value is equal to and quantity. Okay, and here also I will append this one to you, value is equal to price. So now we have added the value, so we are controlling this one through the state value. Now if you try to see here, we got an error. A component is changing an uncontrolled input to be controlled. So this is an uncontrolled input, okay, and we are trying to change into a controlled input. So that means we are trying to change into a controlled thing. So this is likely caused by the value from changing undefined to defined value. Should not happen. Deciding between using a control or uncontrolled input element for the lifetime come. So like this you are saying. So that means you are trying to change the input element from uncontrolled to uncontrolled. So now you have changed only some part only, so it needs to change full part. So now we have converted this one. So now I will show you the thing. So here whatever the value I write it here, this is Leela or anything, or otherwise milk packet. I will try to write the milk packet. If you implement this milk packet, now if you try to see here, automatically the milk packet has came. Okay, but if I want to change the value here, so we cannot change it. So if I am doing the back button, or if I am trying to delete this entire thing, it's not getting deleted. Why? Because this value is dependent on the state. Okay, the state value, that is nothing but the name state value, and now you cannot change the change. So if you change the state value only, then only this input value will be changed. So that for that reason, what we need to do, we need to implement the on change event for this one. So in React.js we don't have a two-way binding, so you don't think that we can implement a VIFN model or NGIFN model like that. There is no two-way binding in React.js. So now we need to implement on change. So we know that about on change, and here we will be getting this one. Now for on change value, what we need to do, so here you can write event target. So or otherwise what I can say is, so you need to set the name. So set name. So what is the name you need to set here? So here you will be getting an event target element. So for example, event you will be getting. Now if you try to see the inspect element, and here if I try to change the value, so it has turned into an object. Why? Because so you are getting an event here. If I try to do the console.log of e, okay, so you will be getting, and here so we need to target something like event. So now like this we need to do it. So now if I try to refresh this page, and here first time you will be getting milk packet, and let's remove this one all, and here if I write something, so here you will be able to see we are getting an event. And if you click on this one, so we will be having whole lot way of DOM event. You will be able to see that input event where we have already learned it, right? And in the target, in the value, you will be having this value. Okay, so that means whenever I try to target dot value, then you will be able to get the value for this one. If I refresh this page, and I will remove this one all. So if I am writing something means, so here see we are able to get the value. So now when we get the value, we need to update it to the state. So what can I do here? Instead of writing the console, so here I can write set name of e.target.value. Okay, so you can write it like this. Now if you implement the same thing, so here we are able to write the concept here. So we are able to write the data. Why? Because the state is also getting updated according to this one. If you try to see in the components here, in our components we are working on the add item, right? So if you click on this add item, and if you go here to somewhere, what is happening here? Yeah, so add item, and here we are able to see this item, right? So the state is also getting updated whatever the value I am trying to write it here. So this is how we will be converting the uncontrolled element to an controlled input. Now the same scenario we will implement this one for the remaining elements also. So for example, we are having quantity, right? So this one also on change is equal to, and here we will be having an element, and here I can write set quantity of e dot target dot value. Okay, so we can implement it like this, and here also on change is equal to, so e set price of e dot target dot value. So we have converted all our input elements to an control input. So now here whenever I write it milk packet or anything, and here I will try to select the 2, and if I try to select the 123, so here you will be able to see 12. So the state value is getting updated, milk packet 2 and 12. So now we are able to get all the values of this one. So now here we can target everything, right? So we can make use of these all the values, and we can do the logic whatever we want. So this is called as a control elements, control input. So we are using the concept of the control component, and we are making use of this all the values, controlling the values of the DOM elements using the state behavior. So now this is the concept of about this control thing. So now I will commit this all the code. Let's move further into the code. After in the next video, we will try to submit this add item, and we will capture these all the values, and we will try to save it in the items list. We'll do it in the next video. What I will do is I will commit this all the code in a video-24, and I will commit this all the code. So here controlled elements, and here publishing this branch. And whoever may be having doubts or anything about this one means, so you can go to my course React18, and you can get all those details. Whatever the video you are trying to watch, you can go to that particular video branch here provided in the top, and you can watch the video. Okay, so we can refer to the code. Hope you understood about this controlling the form of the form elements. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Now here we have implemented the control elements, so capturing the data using the state we have did it. Now let's see here, let's try to write some logic here. So we are showing option quantity only 1 to 3, right? I want to show up to 20. So that means I need to copy paste it like this. So which is not what I can say is reasonable thing. So what I can do is, let's try to loop over from 1 to 20. So for this one I will show you some React.js. Normally in React.js all the time the people will do. So what is that one is, so you can take from array.from. So you need to have about the syntax. So array.from, and I will try to show you that syntax also. Array from. So we will try to see array from, and this is our JavaScript MDN. If you try to see here array from, and you can take 1 2 3 elements like this, and you can use an operator also like this one. Okay, and also you can have something like array like, and you can do here, you can mention iterable array like object converted to an array, you can do it. So iterable object also you can use it. I will try to show you the example with this one. So now what I want to do is, so array.from, and here the length should be 20. Okay, so the length should be 20, and here you will be having a second argument will be an function. Okay, and the first value you will be getting is then index, and the second value you will be getting is the value and the index. And here you can do something like underscore comma I. So we are mostly interested in the index. So here I am creating an empty array with 20, and I am most probably concerned in the index thing. So and I am returning I plus 1. So I don't want from 0, I plus 1. And here I will do the map operator. Okay, so each value I am taking it, and in this each value I want to convert it into an option. Okay, and here I will show the value, and here also I will do something like value. So value is equal to value. I can do it like this. That's it. Now if you see the output for this one, if you here see, we are able to get the 20 elements quantity. So what I have did it here, I have took an empty array which is having 20 values. So it doesn't have anything. All the things you will be having is an undefined thing only. So now here I am taking loop over. So first one is a value and second one is an index. So I am most probably concerned with the index only. So now with the index thing, so what I am trying to do is I am incrementing 0 plus 1. So why? Because first one you will be getting is 0. So that means I want to get a 1, and I am looping over this map value. So everything will be something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. Now if you try to, what I can say is, and here what I am trying to do, so here I am going on to the map item. So if I will try to show you in the console element also, then you will be able to understand very easily. And here in the inspect element, in the console, here what I will do here, so now I am able to get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. So here I am having the values like this, I plus 1 I am doing it, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this I am having. Now this one I am looping over each one, and I am doing an option value. So this is how we will be doing it. This is a pretty tricky hack type of thing, not hack type of thing. So logic, so which you want to display 1 to 20 numbers. If you want to display means you can use this method. So fine, so we have displayed the quantity, and price should be always what I can say is a number value only. Fine, we got the values. Now what I want to do is, upon this form submit, okay, upon this form submit, I need to submit the values. So here you can have on submit, okay, is equal to, so on add item submit, okay, we can have a method like this. So now I will catch this one, and I will create on function on submit, and I will do a console.log submit fired, okay. So like this I will do it. So this is our simple thing. Now let's go to the console inspect element, on add item submit. So we are having this one, right? On add item submit. So this is not the method or what? So this is the method only. Yeah, sometimes it will happen like this. So let's go to the console, okay, and if I refresh this page again, we will refresh this page. So you must have a unique property whenever you are trying to loop it. You need to have a unique property, okay. We can have a key value. We know that one is a unique property. We can keep this key value also as a value. Fine, right? Now I hope that there will be no issue. Fine, no, so far no errors in the console. Now we got the values. What we need to do, what we are trying to do, when I try to click on this add item, so you need to get this submit file. Now here if I click here, immediately what is happening, the page is entirely get refreshing. If I click on add item again, it is refreshing, but we are able to see the console is getting fine, but the page is refreshing. So if you try to observe my DOM courses, DOM playlist, if you see here in the DOM playlist, so you will be able to observe about this one. So we have discussed about this event thing. So whenever you want to prevent the default, so we need to catch this, we need to get the event, automatically the arguments will be passed to this one. So you got the event, and what you need to do is, you need to do event e.prevent default, okay. So now you need to submit this e.prevent default. Now if I refresh this page, now what is happening? Now nothing. So if I click on this add event, see, submit file, and the page is not getting refreshed. So we got, so now we have submitted this form. Now we need to catch all those values, and we need to create. So here constant item is equal to, and I got the name, okay, so name, and I got the quantity, and I got the price also, and id we need to create. So date dot now, so in order to have a unique value, so here, so I have created an object. So name, quantity, price, so these are nothing but the key value, and if the key value and the key and the value is one and the same only, means then you can use it like this. So the key will become name, and the value will become the variable which is referring to that name. So now if I console this value, this is an ES6 feature. So if I console this item value, now we need to get an item object. Now if I refresh this page, now we got the values, right? If I click on, so I will observe, I will make it as an 8, and here I will make it as in 23. If I click here, see, now we are able to get the value. So we have got the unique ID which is a date milliseconds, and we got the, so now here we have sent this value. Now we got the unique ID which is the date which is representing in milliseconds, and the name also we have got it, and price, quantity, everything we got it. Now it's time for us to send it to the items list here. So this one, this item, the complete item which we have set it, so it's time for us to send it to the items list. So what I need to do here to send it to the items list, this item list where it is located, if you try to see in the inspect element and in the components, where is this one? Gone, I think. So I don't know where these components will be. Again we'll try to inspect the element. Maybe now this time it will come. No, it is not coming. So okay, fine, leave it. So where we need to pass it through the items list. Somehow we need to pass it to the items list, this one. So let's try to pass this one to the item list. Before that one, so when I click on this add item, okay, now here we'll try to do some validations. And here if an item name is empty, okay, so we are making it as a default one, right? So let's try to make it as an empty. Okay, when the item name is empty, so here when I click on this element, so even though if item name is empty, it is trying to get submitted. So here this should not be done. So what I can do here, e.prevent default, and if name is equal to empty, okay, if you write name is equal to empty, then you can simply return. So you can use it like this. Now if you try to do, now if I click on this one, so we are not submitting any data. So after value entering this one and after doing this one, and if I try to do here also, if I click on this add item, so we got the item added and we need to reset these all the values. So in order to reset these all the values, what I can do here, so I can make this one as set name of empty, okay, and set quantity of 1, so which is a default value, and I can do set price of 0. Fine, right? So now if I try to refresh this page, okay, and I will try to write the value, and if I try to do the 24, and if I take the quantity and if I click here, see, we got the ID, name, price and quantity. Fine, right? So and also the value of this form also got resetted. So this is how we got the values. Now it's time for us to send this created or otherwise this formed item list to this items list table, and we need to display it. So let's try to do this one in the next video. So hope you understood about this one. So what I will do is I will commit this code in a new branch, that is video-25. So whoever may be having doubts and all those things. So here we have learned about the form submit. So now I am committing this all the code, and here I will publish this branch also. Whoever may be having a doubts or anything, so we have a GitHub repository URL. So the link is provided in the description below of the every video. And whatever the video you are watching in this React playlist, you can go to that particular video branch here. It is provided. And in particular video branch, you can check the code which I have explained you in that branch. Okay. So that's it guys about this one. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. So now we are learning about the groceries list concept, right? So if you try to refresh this page, so now we got the item. So we are able to catch the item. If you try to see here, when I am trying to do the value and here click on the item, so we are able to catch the item. Somehow we need to send it to this items list. Okay. So if you try to observe here the hierarchy, so we are at this position, add item, and we need to send this value to the sibling, so which is in the same level, to the items list. Therefore this item list will be looping over to the each single item and it will display the details. So this is the concept which we need to implement. So how we can send it to the sibling? So we cannot send the item value, right? So now we need to check that what is a common parent for these two things. So nearest common parent for these two things is the app. Okay. So here the nearest common parent for this add item and items list is the app. So now we need to somehow pass the value to the app, and this app will pass the value to the items list. So that is how we need to do the mechanism. What we need to do right now is like that. So now add item will pass the value to the app, and app will pass the value to the items list. So now who needs to hold the items value? So the app needs to hold the items value. So here we need to update it, here we need to delete it, here we need to create it, here anything the app has to do, and the values and all those things it will be receiving from the add item or somewhere items it will be receiving, and it will send the values to the items list. So that means we need to maintain the value in the app. So here let's go to the app.js file, and here I am creating a variable, state variable items, okay, comma set items is equal to use state of array empty array. Okay, so I am keeping it as an array. Now this items value I have created as empty array. Now this add item will send the value. So now here we are trying to lifting the state up. So here up to now what we have seen, these items value we can send it to here, to the items. So here items is equal to items. So here I can send it like this, items. So we are sending it to the items list, the list of all items. Right now it is 0, empty array. Now we will go to the items list here, items list, and here we got the items as a props. Okay, we got the items as a props, and here this items list. So this items, this single item is there, right? We need to loop over. So here what I can do, I can go into JavaScript mode and items dot map of each item, and here what I can do, I will take this single item. Okay, I will take this single item like this, and here I will remove this one all, and I will show. So now if you try to see here, so first time we are not able to see any value, right? So but if you are having a value, something like some other value, let's say id of something, so we are having some value, right? 1. Now if you see the example for this one, now we are able to see one item. So that means where one value is there, we are able to see one item. And if you are having another value, then you will be able to see another item. So now the items, according to the items which we are having, the items list also getting updated. But now it's time for us to push the item, whatever the item that has been added here in this add item form, to the items list. Okay, we'll do it apart. Now here single item is there, and this single item, so we need to pass each item into the single item. Okay, so that we can show this name, quantity, and price it here. So here what I will try to do in the item list, here I will pass the item is equal to item, and here I will catch this one as a props. So item, I have catch this one as a props. Now fine, everything is set to fine. So now we have did something like passing down, but here the problem comes. What you need to learn, the new one, is the lifting the state up. Why? Because here in the add item we have added this one. Somehow I need to pass this item to the parent component, that is nothing but app.js. So here what we can do is, so here we can write a function, something like function add item. Okay, add item, and you will be getting the item. And here what I will do is, so set items. Okay, you will get all the items, and in this one I will pass, so I am using the immutability, so that we cannot have any effect, and I am passing the item. That's it. So now this is the method. So now this method, somehow this method needs to be called in the add item. Fine, are you able to understand this one? So stay with me. So little bit confusion or tricky it will be there. So if you do some couple of projects in this one, so then you will be able to understand very easily. And here we have a method in app.js file. Okay, here in the component wise we have a method that is nothing but add item in a component in app.js file, parent component. Somehow this parent component add item needs to call that parent component. So what I can do is, here the logic is, I will pass this function as a prop to this one. So add item is equal to add item. I am passing this function. Now this add item will be caught as a prop here. So here, where is our function? Yeah. So here I am catching this one as a prop. Now we can directly call this add item, and this requires an item, right? So we can pass this item directly into this one. That's it. So we have completed very quickly, very easily. Now if you try to see the value, here I am trying to add this one, and here I am getting a quantity, and here I am doing the price. And if I click on this add item, see, automatically this one got updated. And if I try to update this one, and here like this, and if I do like this, click add item, see, we got this one also has got updated. So that means we are able to add the item. If you try to see the inspect element in this one, in the components, gone, this components gone. I don't know why always this components will be gone. Let's try to restart the Chrome again. Chrome, and I am running this Chrome again. So sometimes whenever if you are not able to see, so try to restart the Chrome, then maybe we will be able to see. I think, I am hoping. So here still I am not able to see. Yeah, we got the components. Yeah. So now here in this component, so item list. So if you try to see this items list, so items are empty for the first time. So app also, so it should be items empty here also. Okay, the state is empty. Now I will add something like milk packet, So which is a quantity 2 I wanted. So each one costs around $5. So add item. So automatically here one state value has been added, that is nothing but milk and all those things, and we are passing it to the item also, right? So to the items list also we are passing it. I don't know what is this error we got it. We are able to show this item or not, so let's try to see. And we are passing this one items. Okay, it needs to have a key, unique key. Okay, so the items also got passed into this one. And what we need to do at last, so a single item, so this in this single item also, so the single item value also is getting passed. So this is how somehow we are able to add an item and we are able to pass to all the items list. So let's try to quickly resolve this issue. Items list, here we are solving it, right? And you can pass the key is equal to the unique value in this item is the ID. You can use this ID directly without any problem. That's it. Now if you try to see the output for this one, let's refresh this page. Okay, and here I am adding this one, so here 6 and I am doing this 23, and if I click on this add item, and now we are not getting any errors in the console also, we are not getting any errors. The item value is getting created, and here also in the components you will be able to see the header item, add item, and also in the items list you will be able to see the single item, right? So these are all the items which we are able to see. So that's it guys. So this is how we will be adding the item. Now we are able to successfully add the item into the items list, and also we are able to send it to the send the single item to the single item also. So like this we have did it. So hopefully major part of the thing is completed. So now we need to work on the items list now. So we need to display these item values and all those things, and also we will try to implement those all values, and we will try to design the footer also. In the next video we will try to do it. So hope you understood about this concept. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, what I will try to do is I will commit this code. I will forget all the times. If I don't commit means I will forget all the times. So that is the reason I am committing in this video itself. What we have did it, lifting state up. Okay, lifting state up. So this is the code which I want to tell you. So lifting the state up is also completed. I am publishing this branch. Okay, and now let's go to the GitHub. Whoever may be having doubts or anything, so they can go to my GitHub repository URL. So here this is our React 18 course. So whoever may be doubts or anything, this code, if you want to refer this code means you can go to my particular video branch, whatever the video you are observing, so you can go to that particular branch of that video and you can refer to that code. Hope you understood about this concept. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. So now we are able to show these all items list in this one, right? So now it's time for us to work on the single item here. Now here we are showing these all items. We got the item and we need to show this here. So I can change this one to item.name. Okay. And here we'll be showing item.quantity. Okay. Item.quantity. And here we can say it as an item.price. Okay. So here this is an item dot price. That's it. Now let's try to refresh this page and we will see the output. So right now we are not able to see any items list. So here we will add some message here. So if you don't have any items in the list, so please add item. Here we will try to show it. So here we can write a condition in such a way that, so here we are trying to do multiple returns in a single component. So if items dot length, okay, if items dot length, if it is not there means, then I will return the value or div please add items. Okay, now let's see whether we are able to see please add items, or otherwise we can have an h3. Let's see we can able to see it or not. So h3 we are adding it. Now here we are able to see the please add items. If you want, you can make it center also. So we will use this style thing, text align, and I will make it as in center. So everything looks great, right? So it should be an object. We enter into JavaScript mode like this, and it should be an object. Yeah, fine. So now everything is looking fine. Now I will try to add an item here. So I added an item, and this one is something like add item. We are able to show the item value also. Now at the bottom I need to show the total price of all these items including the quantity. So here price per quantity, we will try to add a something like price per quantity. Okay, price per quantity, you see. So here I am trying to add a milk packet. Okay, so I am trying to take it quantity of 2, and here the each milk packet is $5, and if I click here we are able to show the $5. And here what I need to do, I need to show price per quantity $5, and another value what I need to show is total price is $10. So how we can show this one, let's try to do it. So here in our single item, okay, here I will try to add a div. Okay, I will try to add a div, and here I will show dollar not dollar dollar item dot price into item dot quantity. So we need to show it like this. Now if you try to see the output value, how it will look like, see, each one is $5 and total price is $10. We are able to see the value. So everything is looking fine, hopefully. Now if I try to add an item again, milk, and here I will take the quantity of 4 this time. Each one costs only $2. If I click here, see, $2 and 4 items we have taken, total price is $8. So we are able to show this one, very nice. Now the what I want to show it is the total price. Here I want to show the total price at the bottom. So what I will try to do in our items list, okay, and here I will add after this one. So here I will use a total price. So here total price is equal to something around $10 or anything. I will try to do it. Okay, and this should be moved. So here class name total. Okay, I am taking a total, and let's go to the app.css. Again, the necessary came for the CSS thing. So here I will be using total, and I will write here text align end. So it will go to the end, and I will add some what I can say, is that total only? I didn't save it. Okay, so where is this items list? Yeah, it's total only. So now let's go into this one. So whether it has moved it or not, let's try to see it. Okay, so it has moved it. So let's give some margin of 2 rem comma 0. Okay, so it has moved it, and we will give font weight of also bold. Okay, and here I will give font size of around 20 pixel. So fine. So now we need to show the total price also. So here this is the total price, we need to show it. So now what I need to do here, the total price here we need to show is how we can do it is. So here you need to understand one thing. Here we are using the items list, right? So here I need to show the total. So that means I need to loop over each item. Okay, I need to loop over each item, and I need to calculate the value. So here for this one what I can do is so here the problem comes, not the problem. Here you need to decide whether do I need to use the state. So for example here I can use something like total price comma set total price is equal to use state of 0. The first time will be 0. So here do I need to show this total price here? Use state should be imported from the React. Okay, and here do I need to show the total price? Okay, so if you want to show it like this means then you will be able to see 0. Now the total price depends on the items value. So if you want to do it means, so you need to loop over each items value you need to loop over, and you need to get the value. Here you need to rethink again. So whether I need to use the state value or not. So remember that whenever these items get changed, okay, so whenever these items get changed in the app.change, whenever this item got deleted or item got added or anything, it has been happened here in this one, whenever this item got changed, automatically what it will try to do, I already explained you in our previous videos, that the state will drive the UI. Okay, so the state, whenever a change in state will re-render the entire component. So that means whenever an item's value is changing, the item list is also will be re-rendered. When the item list value is re-rendered means again the logic will be re-executed in this one. If the logic is re-executed in this one, there is no need for us to use the state value. Why? Because this items itself, whenever it is changed, so then you can make use of it, then it will be re-executed, right? So then there is no need to use this one in the state. Again, when the total price is changed, again the state will, again the UI will be changed. There is nothing makes sense there. When the items is changed, the price also automatically changes. When the price change means the item, that doesn't mean that items are changing. So here this is called as a derived state. Okay. So you are trying to, whenever you think that the value is dependent on the state means, then there is no need for us to create a state here. So you need to rethink. So here I can write something like total price is equal to, so these items dot reduce, I will be using the reduce method, and here you will be having, I will show you the reduce method here so that you can be able to understand. So whenever you are trying to count the values or anything, so you can use this reduce method. So what this reduce method will do is, so here you are having an array of values. So here it is trying to use this reduce, and here first one you will be having a callback function. You can also take another function also. So here you will be having a callback function. So first one normally we call it as an accumulator or the total, and the next one is then item. We are getting each item, and here what I need to do, so here I need to, okay, I need to accumulator is equal to accumulator, okay, accumulator plus, so here I need to count the value, so item dot price into item dot quantity. So I need to do it like this. So now this one we need to return this accumulator, and we need to, at the starting phase we need to mention the default value of this accumulator, right? So here you can mention it as a 0. That's it. So here the total price, whenever the items are getting looped, so items will be looped one by one, and the first time the accumulator will be 0, we have mentioned the default value, and each item will get it. So 0 plus item price into quantity. So here this one will become something like item price into quantity means 1 into 2. So 0 plus 2 means 2. Like this it will be going on looping, and we will be getting the total price value. So here you can catch the total price and you can display it here. Now if you try to see here the value, so this time we don't have anything, and I will add some random values, milk, and I will add quantity here, and I am taking it as a $4 each. So here the total price is 12. Fine, it's correct. And I will try to add some tomatoes, and the quantity I am taking it as a 4, and each one is $1. So let's try to take it here. So 4, so don't think about the, what I can say, I want to say design and all those things. So just you'll focus on the logic. So 12 plus 4, 16, we are able to get it. And if you try to add some other items, potatoes, so if I try to add here, so each one is $3. So here you will be able to get the values, $25. So now we are able to display the values exactly. So this is how we will be doing it. Okay. So now what we have did it here, we have made use of this derived state. So this is the most important thing which you need to learn. So we have learned two concepts like control elements in this project, and also now we have learned about the derived state. So there is no need for us to use the use state here in this one. So now we have completed this total price also and displaying all these items also. Now in the next video, what we will try to do is, we will try to add a close symbol or delete symbol here, and when I click on this delete, automatically this value should be deleted. So that is one thing which we will try to do it. So we will try to do it in the next video. So I will commit this all the code in a new branch, that is nothing but video-27. Okay, and I will commit this all the code. So what is that one? So here we have learned about the derived state, right? So the new thing is derived state. If I commit this all the code, and if I publish this branch, so whoever may be having doubts or anything, so you already know about my React 18 course. So the link will be provided in the description below, the GitHub repository URL, whatever the code I am trying to tell it, so it will be hosted in this GitHub repository URL. So you can go back and you can check this code. So that's it guys. Hope you understood about this concept. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. So here we have did the concept, right? So let's try to add some data. So quantity 2, and we will try to do items. Okay, and here also I will add some quantities. This time I will add 9 and $5. Okay, and here also I will add some other values, something like which I can say tomatoes. We have seen it, right? Tomatoes. And the quantity also I will take it as 9, and which is about $8. The price is increased in India, right? So that is the reason. Now I think the price decreased, I think, at the time of this recording. So now we are able to see these all values. So this design is not looking somewhat nice, right? So let's try to do some enhancement in the design. So for this one, let's try to give equal spaces for these all items. So for this item, okay, item greater than div for each element, and I will give equal space flex 1. So let's try to see. Yeah, okay, so these are somewhat fine, and we will make it as a text align center. Sorry, text align center. I think everything will be fine. Yeah, this looks somewhat pretty nice, and we'll give some margin also, margin of 0.5 rem comma 0. Let's see how it will look like. Fine. And we will give odd what I can say is odd rows some color. I can check the item which is nth child. Oh, what is this I am writing? Nth child of even. You'll take the even value, or odd value also you can take it. Anything. Background color, I want to apply a background color hash bbb. Fine, right? Yeah, it's looking somewhat fine. Nice. So let's leave it like this only. Now we need to implement the delete symbol. So let's go here, items list, and not items list, in the single item. Here in this single item I am adding another div. So I will use a x symbol here. So all the values will get a x symbol here, and I will add something like class is equal to close icon, and in the app.css for the item which is having for the inside the item close. So I will reduce the flex to 0.3 so that it will become reduced somewhat, and I will increase the font size to somewhat around 2 rem. Okay, it's very rude, it is 1.5 rem. Fine, and I will make it bold, font weight bold. Okay, these are all spelling mistakes I am writing. I don't know why I am writing here. Font weight. Okay, so font weight bold. Let's leave it like this, and I will add a cursor also, cursor of pointer. So now we are able to get this value. So whenever I try to delete this, click on this one, this entire row should be deleted. So that means from the items it should be deleted. Okay, let's go to the items list. Here, not items, a single item, and here on click. Okay, on click I need to delete this item. So fine. So how we can delete this item? So this we are, remember that these all items are present in our parent component, that is nothing but app.js. So here we need to write a delete item. So let's try to write the item here. The function delete item of id. You will get the item id, and here we need to reset the so set items. We need to set the items. You will get each items, and in this one you need to loop over items dot filter. So you need to loop over each item. Okay, and you need to get item dot id is not equal to id. That's it. Okay, so here this is the method we need to use it. So now whichever the item, delete item, and this delete item we need to pass it to here. Delete item is equal to delete item. Okay, and this method I am passing into the items list, and in return this items list. So here you will be getting a delete item, but this method will not be used by this item list. So again you need to pass it to this single item. Okay, so delete item is equal to delete item. I am passing it again, and this delete item needs to be needs to go into the single item.js file, and here where is the single item.js file? Single item only, right? No, in this items list only. single item we have passed it. So where is this close symbol? Where I have written this close symbol? Gone or what? I have removed it or what? Let's try to, yeah, I have removed it, I think. So fine. So here we got this delete item as a props. See, this is the method. Okay. And here on click of this item, I need to call the delete item. That's it. So now if you try to see the code for this one, okay. So now what is this one? Invalid DOM property class name. Okay, somewhere we have used it. Class name. Fine, everything looks fine, I think. So fine, I will add some random values this time. Okay. So fine. So total price is 257 value, and here I will click on this one. So when I click on this one, so your item is not getting deleted. So why it is not getting deleted here is, so the delete item, what it is expecting in the app.js, it is expecting an ID in the app.js. Okay, this is an expecting an ID. So somehow we need to pass the ID from the single item. So this will be carry forwarded automatically from this item list also, it will be carry forwarded. So here what we can do, so here you can call something like, we have a delete item and you have an ID. So you can pass item.id here directly. That's it. So now if you try to, everything is gone. So if I click on this middle item, see, automatically it got deleted and also the price also got decreased. If I click on this one, see, the price also got decreased and the item also got deleted. And if I try to write like this, and if I click on this add item, so we are having this item, right? If I click on this one, so this also got deleted. So this is how we will be implementing the delete item. So what we have did it, so here we have implemented a function delete item. So we are looping over each item here and we are removing the item which the ID has been sent. And we need to pass this function as a prop to the items list, where in this item list as a child component it is existing. So here in this items list we are passing as a prop, and here we are not using this delete item, and again we need to pass it as a props to the single item. So we are drilling down the props. Okay, and here in the single item, so here we are taking it as a props and we are making use of this props here. So this is how we will be deleting the item. And the last concept what is remained is the footer thing. So we will try to complete that footer also. So we'll try to do it, that one also. In the next video we'll try to do it. So this is how we will be implementing the delete option. Hope you understood about this concept, and if you have any doubts, so let me know in the comments and I will create a new branch, this one video-28 and deleting an item. Okay, so here I am committing this code and I will publish this branch also. So whoever may be having a doubts or anything, so this is my GitHub repository URL. So whoever may be having a doubts, so you can publish, you can check the particular branch, whichever the branch you are trying to watch it, and you can refer the code. Hope you understood about this concept. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. So here we are successfully able to add the item, delete the item, entire thing is completed. Now the thing what we need to implement is the footer thing. So here in this footer, so we need to show the total price also. Before showing this total price, so these are the item list which need to be purchased in the grocery. So now here we have added the items list, and here we need to add a checkbox. So what are the items that has been collected? The total price needs to be 207, but the selected items, what are the items that are there in the groceries? So we need to make it as a tick mark. So how can I make this one as a tick mark is, let's go to the itemslist.js file, or otherwise add item. Okay. At the starting phase, what I want to do is, so I will make not in the item list, okay, in the items list or in the single item. So here I will add a checkbox here. Input type is equal to checkbox. Okay, so this is the checkbox value. So now here you will be able to see a checkbox. Okay. Now or otherwise, what I will do is, so here I will add. I will take another div. Why to unnecessarily? So here I will add a checkbox, and here for this style I will apply flex of 0.1. Let's see how it will look like. Fine, right? So this is somewhat looking nice. So now when I check this item, so in the footer we need to get the value updated that okay, this value, this is been selected out of total items. So selected items are number is 1 out of total 2 items, 1 item is selected, and here the selected items price is like this, total price is something around 69 into 3, like this we need to show. So how we can do this one? So first we need to do this one, right? So here before doing this one, in the add item, so we need to add the value for this one. So here I can add at the starting, so this one is be selected will be false. Okay, so this selected will be false at the starting, and this toggling should be dependent on the this checkbox toggling should be dependent on the selected thing. So item dot selected. So here I can add something like value value is equal to what I can say, item dot selected. Okay, so this will be dependent on this one. So now it is selected automatically, or otherwise in the add item, let's see, let's check whether it may be true or maybe true or false. So now here we have used this selected true, and now if I try to add an item here, okay, if I click here, oh, this one is not getting selected. I think what we need to do is should not be value actually. So where is this one, where is this items, right? Checked, we will use this checked. Okay, checked will be like this. Now here if I try to select another item, okay, yeah, this one will be selected. So like this we need to use it. So now when I select in this value, when I select this value, automatically this one should be selected. Okay, this one should be selected. Now 4 items are selected. In the footer we need to show this one. So now here I can write something like on change. Okay, on change is equal to, so we need to fire on item selected. So this is the method we need to fire, and this method should come as a props. So here let's go into the same thing. Let's remove this on change. We'll go to the app.js file, and here function on item selected. So this is the method I am going to write it here, and here you will be having the item or otherwise ID. Okay, and here I will loop over each one. Okay, set items dot map. Okay, I will use items dot map, each item I am looping over. Okay, and here I will do like this. Okay, what I can say, item dot id is equal to, if it is equal to id means, okay, item dot id is equal to id means, then what I need to do, so here I need to return. Okay, so if it is item dot id is equal to id means, then I need to return that particular item. Okay, and I need to make this selected as an not of item dot selected. So I need to toggle this one. Okay, so this one is not an object actually, it will be an not an array actually, this one will be an object. Okay, so now here, or otherwise if it is not means, then I can just send this item. That's it. So this is the method which I want to try to execute it. So whenever we got an item ID on selected, I am looping over each one, and I am setting the items. I am looping over each one, and what I am trying to do, so I am checking that when this item ID is equal to ID means, then I am framing this one, and I am trying to do it like this. So fine. Now I need to pass this one as a prop here. Item selected, okay, is equal to, so here I can pass it like this, and let's go to the items list. So why I am trying to do it is in order to have a practice. So if you practice this one more, you will be able to understand it. So here you need to catch it as an item selected, and the same method we need to pass it to the single item, because we are using it here in this one only. And this item selected, again we can go to the single item, and here you got the item selected, and this item selected here on click or on change. On change. So here we need to pass the ID, right? So here I will be using something like this one, and I will pass the item.id. That's it. Now let's try to add some items here. So I am adding some items here. So let's try to add it. Yeah, here one item is got added. So selected is true by default. Okay. And here also I am trying to do so price per quantity. Okay. So we got this one also. And here also I am trying to add it, and this one also will try to add it. Yeah. So now let's go to the inspect element in this one. So I want to show you some concept. Okay. In the component section, so we have, let's close this one. So we have the app.js. Okay. So we have the items list here. Okay. So here these are the items list. Now the first one is selected true. Now the first one I want to make it as a false. If I click here, automatically this has converted into a false. See? So we are able to make it false. And the third item is also true, and here we need to make it as a false. Here I will try to make it as a false. See, this one also has been converted into a false. So successfully we are able to make the items true or false. Okay. So the last concept remaining before closing of this one is, so what we need to do, so upon this one, so we need to show it in the footer how many items are selected out of the total items, and the selected items total price we need to show it. So we'll try to do it in the next video. So hope you understood about this one. So we are reaching this end of this project. So we have implemented successfully the closing, the deleting, the checking, adding item, showing the list items, everything we have shown it, and the last one remaining is showing it in the footer. So I will commit this code in a new branch. That is nothing but video-29, and I will push this code. So what is you can see is selecting the items. Okay. So I will commit this all the code, and here I will publish this branch. So whoever may be having doubts or anything, so if they have any doubts, so they can go to this particular branch of this video. So whatever the video you are watching, you can go to this particular branch and you can refer the code. So everything will be committed to the GitHub. The link is provided in the description below of this every video. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. So we are reaching the end of this project. Now what I want to do is, so here I need to show all the items what have been selected in the footer. In order to do this one, what we need to do is, so where is this footer item is there? So here, right? So in this footer, let's try to pass the items so that we can show whatever the details we want, we can show it. So I am passing all the items to this one, and here in the footer, so here in the footer.js, I am catching the items. Here I got all the items. Now I want to show the details. So here, first what I will try to show is if items.length is not there. Okay, if not of items.length. So if not of items.length is there means, then I will return div please add items in the list or something like this. Okay, so from the list, please select items, or no items, please add items. Okay, so we got this one. So now here, if you see here the output for this one, let's refresh this page, and we are able to see no items, please add items. So let's try to apply this class name footer to this one. Okay, and here we can add the footer. Let's see whether, so no items, please add items. Now let's try to add an item here, and here, so we have added it. Now I want to show that. So now here we have added it, right? Now I want to show the data. So now here, if you want to show the data, so total items added is items.length. So here I can show something like items.length, I can show it. Okay, so totals items added is like this, I can show it. and in this one let's try to make it as a div. Okay, and here I will make it as a div here. So total items added is this one. So items selected is, so I need to show the selected items count. So selected items count, I need to show the selected items count. So right now we don't have any selected items count. So for this one we need to create a derived state. So constant selected items count is equal to, so we will loop over one by one. So here we loop over items dot, so we can loop over one by one. Items dot what I can say, so we will loop over one by one and we will capture the count for this one. So what I can say is items dot filter. Okay, and what I will do is item, I will get each item. So here I need to capture item dot selected. Okay, item dot selected. So like this, dot length, we can get the length. So I think we got the solution for this one, selected items count. So that is the only thing, right, we are using. So what could be the issue? Yeah, no items, please add items. Okay, so I will add the item here, and here also item selected is 1 we are getting. So whenever we are trying to add an item, let's try to make it as a false. Okay, so now let's refresh this page. Okay, when I refresh this page, and here I will add the item. So here the item selected is 0. We are able to see the item selected is 0. Now I want to show the total price and also selected items price also. So for this one what I can do, let's go into the footer, and here I will create another one that is nothing but 10. So here there is no need to count this one, right? If items is there means, so here at the bottom I can write it here. So constant total price count. So sorry, total price is equal to so we have this one, right, items dot reduce. So I can use the reduce, and each item I will get it, sorry, not each item, I will get the accumulator and also the item. So for this one what I will do is, so here we need to return the value. Okay, return accumulator is equal to return, oh sorry, not needed, accumulator plus, and I will try to use the value something like what is that value I want to do it, total price, right, item dot quantity into item dot price. So I will do it like this, and the default value I will add is the 0. So now if you want to show the total item added is in and price is, so I can add total price here. Okay, and we are able to show this one, and the total price, what is this one happened, so we are using this. Okay, so the variable name is wrong, so total price, fine. And why still, so here I will try to add an item. Okay, so then the price is 92, and here what I need to do is, so let's try to decrease somewhat CSS for this one. Why? Because it is looking too much big. And here let's go to the footer. Footer, where is the footer? Yeah, so I will decrease it to 1.5. Okay, yeah, total item is total items added is 1 and the price is 92. So item selected is 0, right, and the price for this one also will be 0. So here what I will do, constant selected price. So these are all derived states. So items dot reduce, so I will use the same concept only. Okay, and here I will use the same concept only, but here we need to have a item price. Okay, so now constant, okay, v is equal to oh sorry, so we can return something like if item dot selected, then we will return this value. Okay, or otherwise we will return the accumulator simply. So now the item selected is this one, and here, and and price is, so selected price. Okay, we can use the, so not selected items count, selected price. We can use the selected price also. That's it. So we have implemented this one also. Let's try to see, and the price is this one. So now I will add the values, milk packets. So I want to purchase milk packets from the grocery list. 4 I need to purchase, each one has a $5. Okay, so let's try to remove this one. So $5. Okay, fine. And I want to purchase the coke also. So I want to purchase tins of about 4, each one is around $6. Okay, fine. And I want to purchase something like tomatoes, so which we have discussed earlier, and I want to purchase 5 quantities, each one is $2. So fine. And I will write another one, something like what I can say is anything, whichever you chocolates. Okay, chocolates, I want to purchase the chocolates, so around 8, each one is around $4. So these are the items which I need to purchase from the grocery. So total items added in the list is 4, the total price is $86 it should be, and we have selected from the grocery list is 0 and the price is 0, so we haven't selected anything. So we found the milk packets in the groceries, we make it as a tick. Okay, so item selected is 1 and the price is 20, it is getting updated. So let's try to add a dollar here so that it will be very nice to look, right? So I will add a dollar, let's save it, and hopefully we are able to see the dollar also. And the item selected is 1, so I will select the chocolates also. So now the item selected is 2 and the price is 52. So here we are able to see that the items also and the total price also we are able to see it. So this is how we can implement the reactivity in the React.js. So this is all the total project. These are the items I need to purchase in the groceries, but I found only milk packets and chocolates. So what is the total cost it has happened? Total price for these all groceries is 86, but the items is only 2. The total price is $52 only out of this one. So that's it, guys. So this is how I have implemented a simple project to explain the concepts in the React.js. So in this project we have learned about the control elements, how to control the form elements and all those things, and we have learned about the derived state and lifting the state up. So these are all the concepts we have learned. Lifting the state up we have learned, and passing the props to the innermost child elements we can see, and how we can send the data to the sibling element also we have seen, selecting the commonmost parent. So that's it about the grocery list project. We'll try to implement some more concept in another upcoming videos. Hope you understood about this one. So I will commit this code in a new branch, that is nothing but video-30. So practice this code. Okay, practice the scenario. So then you will be able to understand these all the things. So then only you will be able to get it. So here I will commit this all the code. So add it, footer code. Okay, so whenever you have a doubts or anything, I already posted this all the code in our GitHub repository URL. So whenever you have a doubt or anything, so you can go to my grocery list app and you can check the code. So that's it, guys, about this project. So we'll come with a new concept in the upcoming videos. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel.